Early 2021, I just became a father for the second time, middle of the pandemic, with no time for creative fun outside the house. So what do? I decided to make a one-man band short film after hours when everyone else has gone to sleep. It ended up being a lot of fun, I learned a lot, and now years after its release, I'd like to look back and share the experience with anyone out there considering doing exactly what I did. Writing, acting, producing, and directing a film all on their own. So you want some behind the scenes, huh? Well, starting this thing out, trying to run, and film it all by myself. First night. See how this goes, right? Here's the bit that needs a disclaimer. I am not an actor, and whatever you specialize in or have deficiencies in, that should be the first consideration for going solo on an entire production. Damn it. I start with my non-actor status because solo projects can be filled with great monologues and confessional moments, but as a writer, director, editor, I know bad acting and dialogue delivery turns an audience off the fastest. Silent or near silent film acting, however, can trick an audience into engaging and maybe not fully realizing the soft spots of a solo producer's work. All right, night two. I'm back out. I am filming with my A7S and an Atmos monitor. Tonight I actually told Marita about the project and told her I don't plan to be out longer than I normally run, but who knows, right? This is always kind of fun when you're shooting by yourself. Not so much when you're doing a film and you're acting in it. But you know what? As I say, it's time to make the donuts. So no shortcuts. It's the story of a man who's struggling to get into shape by running and happens upon a mysterious object that supercharges his efforts. Is it a perfect film? No. Did I execute it to the best of my ability? Certainly not. I mean, I filmed most of it either after 10 o'clock at night or before 5 o'clock in the morning by myself. Still, I did learn a lot. And my first piece of advice would be, make films with other people. This project was a matter of my personal circumstances and seeing what I could create within those boundaries. See, film is the collaborative medium because artists are strong in different ways, and working collectively, you can make something the best version of itself. Taking something on as a one-man crew is exhausting, and corners will be cut. Ironically, you will take shortcuts. But also, working with others is far more fun, and your project will garner a larger audience because all the filmmakers on your cast and crew have friends and family who will want to see what was made. So unless you find yourself painted into a corner, work with others when making films. So welcome to the first night I've had anything resembling a set. My garage. So what do you need to make a one-man band? Any camera with audio capture is the bare essentials. But if you have gear and are going the semi-pro route, I think my setup worked well. I had a camera with 4K capture, a shotgun or lavalier mic, a tripod, an outboard monitor, and the occasional LED light. 4K will allow you to reframe in post, and since you have no AC or second camera, the outboard monitor gives you a better eye on set of not only composition, but focus peaking, false color, and nice tools that cover your behind when hustling alone. Getting the shot, we'll see. As for lighting and audio, cameras need light, and it jumps your work up a hit or two when you throw up an LED here or there when you can. Now, bad audio, that's an immediate project killer, so hide a lav, throw a shotgun on your camera. You won't have a boom because you can't hold that up yourself if you're acting, but just do something to jump your audio up as well. Night 3 in the books. This was the first appearance of the object. It's the nanlite pavatube. I'm hoping I can get this all shot in 10 nights, which would be 20 days. I'm doing it every other day. Ultimately, no shortcuts ended up being a 16-day shoot. None of those shot days were for longer than 2 hours, and it probably could have been shorter, but I tried a lot of shot variation for visual effects work. So my next bit of advice for solo projects is take more days than necessary. You have no one to schedule and likely no timelines to strictly adhere to. So if you need 2 days, add a third. If you need 3 hours, add 2 more. The extra time allows you to really make sure you got what you want. So later when you find yourself in the edit, you don't find yourself regretting your rush job. Next tip, document your work. All right, so on a real set, notes are being taken left and right about your choices. So why not do something similar? Just snap some pictures to record some vlog-style chats about your work. Hey internet, it's day 5. A little bit of drama. Camera fell over when it was up a little high. But still working, obviously. Man, I haven't run this fast in a while for these shots, but here we go. About to set up another shot. No need to release any of it. Or do. I mean, I built a website for people to follow the project's progress. Now, years after the fact, I think that site is a cool little diary that takes me back to the fun of the moment. Is it clear how much I value fun with these things? I mean, if it's not fun, why are you doing it in the first place? Morning shot. Day for night. Have fun. Got my kitchen. Day 10. This is where the guy wakes up from his second interaction with the object. This video could go on forever, but my final bit of advice is experiment. Anyone could make a single shot solo film of themselves sitting at a kitchen table. Why not push yourself and dip your toe into filmmaking areas you are curious about? For no shortcuts, there was plenty of visual effects and editing bits I tried for the first time, but also practical makeup. That was wild. None of it is top shelf examples of that type of work, but it was something new for me and exciting to try. If you got this far into this video, then I think you should expand your horizons as well. Get weird, test your limits. And the nice thing about post-production work is if you must, that is the place to loop in a collaborator and abandon the one-man band thing for a better final film. No one is keeping score about these little experiments anyways. Last piece of advice I forgot to include, and that is if you're shooting in 4K, you can take that footage, like I did in No Shortcuts, and put it in a smaller aspect ratio, like I use 2.7K, and then you can add little zooms and moves, because if you had someone operating the camera, you'd occasionally ask for some sort of movement, here, there, pans, pushes, who knows what, but this way you can kind of cheat some of that. I didn't want to press publish without including this last little bit. Alright, I think that's all I wanted to say about my experience in the solo filmmaking world. If you haven't seen the film, well, it's kind of spoiled, but please give No Shortcuts a watch. The link is in the description below. Also, please find my other film work over at Tiny Explosions YouTube channel. Subscribe to all my channels, and I will see you back here for the next look into my film and video production adventures.